What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. On today's episode, we're going to talk about Bears wide receiver N'Keal Harry being excited for the matchup against his former team in the New England Patriots. We're also going to talk about three keys and matchups that the Chicago Bears should look out for and try to win these matchups to find success against the New England Patriots. To get into all that and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
All right, Bears fans. So wide receiver N'Keal Harry, who was set to make his debut tonight against his former team, had this to say. I'm trying not to get caught up in it being the Patriots and it being my former team. I'm obviously excited. I'm excited to see some of my guys pregame. I went through a lot with some of those guys that came in with my rookie class, so I'm excited to see them, but I'm just excited to get out there finally. I feel like I could bring a big presence of physicality. I can help with the run game. I can help as a downfield threat. I'm just excited to do my role and do my part. Now, while I've been very, trying to be realistic in the impact that N'Keal Harry can have for the Chicago Bears team, but when you look at some of the things that we're missing, some of the things that we do need, right? That N'Keal Harry could very well be a big factor in this game just by the sense of, we know Bill Belichick. He's going to try to take all your weapons away from you, meaning Darnell Mooney is going to be very well guarded. It means Equanimeous St. Brown is going to be very well guarded. It means that he's going to try to take away the running game. So it's really going to come down to players like Cole Kmet, players like Avelius Jones Jr., players like a N'Keal Harry, players like Khalil Herbert, to really step up and in their plays and in their snaps, really try to make an impact in this game, because they're going to have, if anybody has opportunities, it's going to be these type of players. Now, N'Keal Harry, excited to make his debut with the Chicago Bears, really a fresh start to his season. Again, not judging completely what he's going to be in this one game against this great team or great coaching staff, but I'm just looking at how he's utilized out there. What new dynamic, if any, does this bring to the Chicago Bears passing game? Things like that. How does he help out in the running game? A running game that's already good, but if we add some additional help there, especially against a team like the Patriots, it could very well be needed. So him being a bigger threat for Justin Fields as well. Like N'Keal Harry, I don't want to hang a lot on whatever he gives us this season, right? But I do think that you give a player a new opportunity, you bring some trust in this player. The fact that they did not look to move away from him when he went down with injury, could have very well put him on IR. Well, they did, but move away from him or cut him or something like that. They believe in what N'Keal Harry can bring to this team. This coaching staff, I do believe, and the front office, when they went out and got him, they took that calculated risk, albeit a little bit risk, because they didn't give up any major draft capital for him. But I do think that they believe in what he could be and maybe a spark plug for the Chicago Bears offense that does need as many weapons as possible and help as they can get it. So very excited for N'Keal Harry to make his debut against his former team, no less. It'd be crazy if he does have a big game, but again, not expecting that. Now let's get into the key thing for today. I want to talk about key matchups for the Chicago Bears in this game that can help them find some success. Again, I'm hesitant to use the word victory, right? But find some success. And the first and biggest one is how offensive coordinator Luke Getsy and quarterback Justin Fields play against Bill Belichick. How are they utilized again? How do they stand up to the test that Bill Belichick is about to put them through? Because it's going to be a tough one, right? Bill Belichick, as we know, is one of the best strategists in NFL history. He is going to try to take away everything that you do well. And the fact that, the deep ball has not been a big threat for the Chicago Bears. Do they utilize it a little bit more, or do they use more checkdowns, mid passes, things like that? But how this matchup goes, how Luke Getsy and Justin Fields respond to what Bill Belichick throws at them defensively is going to be one of the largest keys of this game. Luke Getsy, not only in the passing game, and I don't say that to just say passing game, they're going to have to stand up to this pass rush big time. And if they don't, it's going to be an ugly game very early and often for Justin Fields, and that is the next key to this game. Outside of just how Justin Fields and Luke Getsy manage this game, how them as the quarterback and offensive coordinator just strategize. How do they, and I don't mean necessarily get it, but Justin Fields, while he's out there on the field, how does he go through his progressions? How does he use his ability to run to complement his passing game? Things like that. One of the biggest keys on this, on top of all of that, for Justin Fields to even have time, is going to be the Bears' offensive line against the Patriots' pass rusher. Matthew Judon, Dietrich Wise, listen, they are the heart and soul of the Patriots pass rush, period. They're going to try to make this an ugly game. Justin Fields got hit 12 times in the last game. That can be easily 12 to 15 times against this New England Patriots defense. Period. Did I say New Orleans Patriots earlier? Listen, nonetheless, Chargers in my mind, not my heart. But with that being said, like seriously, this pass rush is no freaking joke. And it's not something that is going like if we can keep just, I would say this, if we walk away from this game with only like 1 or 2 sacks and about 4 QB hits, we did amazing against this pass rush, considering how we've done against lesser pass rushers. It's going to be a really tough game for this team, and I have this as one of my keys because if they can stand up and play solidly, again, I'm not expecting them to completely eliminate the New England Patriots pass rush, but if they can play solidly, it's definitely a key to finding success against this team. Again, hesitant to use the word find victory, but it's difficult for them to find. I mean, it'll go a long way in them finding success against this team, period. Now, the next up is going to be the Bears running backs against the Patriots linebackers, period. They have, for us to find success on the ground, we know they're going to put 8 in the box. It's going to be 8 in the box every time. We not only need to win that matchup if we want to find success, but then also want to look at using the short passing game as kind of an extension of your running game in situations like this. The combination of those two things, the running backs and the short passing game against the Patriots linebackers, are going to be one of the biggest keys to this game, period. If we can find success running the ball, with the Patriots are a very stingy run defense. Looking at the run defense right now, in wins, they keep their opponents to 4 yards per carry. In losses, is 5.5 yards per carry. They average 4.5. Missed tackles, in wins, they miss 7.7% of their tackles. In losses, 11.9% of their tackles. How many times have they given up 10 plus yard plays, rushing plays? 7.7% of the time. In losses, 16.7% of the time. In 15 plus yards of rushing yards, I should say. In wins, 4.6. In losses, 8.3. And they are above average in the NFL in most of those stats that I gave, especially in their wins. This is not going to be a team that is easy to run the ball against. As me and Bobby and C-Dub told you guys yesterday in the prediction show, it's going to be David Montgomery bruising up, and it may be Khalil Herbert who brings it home. I don't know, but the combination, we need to see some creativity in this rushing game. We're going to have to see it. And if they take away the rushing game completely, like I said, that short to mid pass game could be used as an extension of that, and we can see how that works for this team. This is not going to be an easy test by any stretch of the imagination. Hell, if the Bears even keep this game close, I would say that's almost a moral victory for this team if they're able to keep the game close and keep Justin Fields from completely being obliterated by this pass rush. We'll see what happens. If they can keep Justin Fields upright, find some success in the rushing game, we'll see what happens. This is a Patriots team that in their losses, they've given up some big rushing games. So the teams that have found success against them have found so doing it on the ground first and letting everything else come to them. Can the Chicago Bears be one of those teams tonight against the New England Patriots? Let me know what you guys think about everything down below. Make sure you're following the show at Shy Bears Central on every social media platform. You can also send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text and or voicemail for our mailbag episodes, the number to do so, 773-242-9336. We're the #1 spot for everything Chicago Bears related because of you guys. And like I like to end every episode, especially on game day, bear down. See you guys tonight. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.